outback lands of Australia. Many years ago, the Aborigine tribes were meeting, having a big powwow.
We got a lot of trouble, Chief, on account of your son, Mac.
My boy Mac, why? What's wrong with him?
My boomerang won't come back.
Your boomerang won't come back?
My boomerang won't come back. My boomerang won't come back. I've waved the thing all over the place. Practiced till I was black in the face. I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back. I can ride a kangaroo.
Yeah, yeah.
Make kinkajou stew.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back.
They banished him from the tribe there and sent him on his way. He had a backless boomerang, so here he could not stay.
This is nice, isn't it? Getting banished at my time of life. What a way to spend an evening. Sitting on a rock in the middle of the desert with me boomerang in me hand.
For 3 long months he sat there, or maybe it was 4. Then an old man in a kangaroo skin came knocking at his door.
I'm the local witch doctor, son. They call me George Elfrid Black. Now tell me, what's your trouble, boy?
My boomerang won't come back.
Your boomerang won't come back? My boomerang won't come back. My boomerang won't come back. I'll wave the thing all over the place. Practiced till I was black in the face. I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back. Don't worry, boy, I know the trick, and to you I'm gonna show it. If you want your boomerang to come back, well, first you've got to throw it.
Oh, yes. Never thought of that.
Now then, slowly back and throw. My boomerang won't come back. My boomerang won't come back. I've waved the thing all over the place. Practiced till I was black in the face. I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back. I can ride a kangaroo.
Yeah, yeah.
Make kinkajou stew.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a big disgrace, the Aborigine race. My boomerang won't come back.
That famous day in history, the men of the 7th Cavalry went riding on. And from the rear a voice was heard, a brave young man with a trembling word rang loud and clear.
What am I doing here? Please, Mr. Custer, I don't wanna go. Hey, Mr. Custer, please don't make me go. I had a dream last night about to come in fight. Somebody yelled attack, and there I stood with the arrow in my back. Please, Mr. Custer, I don't wanna go. No. Look at them bushes out there. They moving. There's an engine behind every one. Hey, Mr. Custer, you mind if I be excused the rest of the afternoon? Hey, Charlie, duck your head. Oh, you're a little bit late on that one, Charlie. Whew, I bet that's smarts.
They were sure of victory, the men of the 7th Cavalry, as they rode on. But again from the rear a voice was heard, that same great voice with a trembling word rang loud and clear.
What am I doing here? Please, Mr. Custer, I don't wanna go. Listen, Mr. Custer, please don't make me go. There's a redskin waiting out there, fixing to take my hair. A coward I've been called, 'cause I don't wanna wind up dead or bald. Please, Custer. I don't want to go. No. I wonder what the Indian word for friend is. See, friend. Kemosabe, that's it. Kemosabe. Hey out there, Kemosabe. No, that isn't it. Look at him out there, running around like a bunch of wild Indians. Oh, this ain't no time for joking.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he come, running through the pole beans, through the fruits and vegetables, naked as a jaybird. And I hollered over to Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been incensed.
Here he comes.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
There he goes.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
And he ain't wearing no clothes.
Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
He's just as proud as he can be of his anatomy. He gon' give us a peek. Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
He likes to show off his physique.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it round, inviting public critique. This is your Action News reporter once again, and we're here at the gas station. Pardon me, sir, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was just in here getting my tires checked, and he just appeared out of the traffic. Just come streaking around the grease right there. Didn't have nothing on but a smile. I looked in there, and Ethel was getting her cold drink. I hollered, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been mooned. Flashed her right there in front of the shop absorber.
He ain't rude.
Boogity, boogity.
He ain't loose.
Boogity, boogity.
He's just in the mood to run in the news.
Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
He likes to turn the other cheek.
Boogie dad, boogie dad.
He's always making the news, wearing just his tennis shoes. Guess you could call him unique. Once again, your Action News reporter in the booth at the gym covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. Half time I was just going down there to get Ethel a snow cone. Here he come, right out of the cheap seats, dribbling, right down the middle of the court. Didn't have on nothing but his PAs. Made a hook shot and got out through the concession stand. I hollered up at Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" It was too late. She'd already got a free shot. Grandstand. Right there in front of the home page.
Well, yes, they call him the street.
Here comes the kid. Who's that with him? Ethel! Is that you,
He's
Ethel?
just as proud as he can be.
What do you think you're
His
doing?
anatomy, he gon' give us a
You
peek.
get your cold dog!
Well, yes, they call him the street.
Ethel! Where you
He
go?
likes to show off his physique.
Ethel, you shameless hussy!
If there's an audience to be found.
Name of this song is The Wildwood Flower. Now, The Wildwood Flower is an old country classic. It's gained a whole new popularity. The song isn't any more popular, but the flower's doing real good. The wildwood flower grew wild on the farm, and we never knowed what it was called. Some said it was a flower, and some said it was a weed. I didn't give it much thought. One day I was out there talking to my brother, and I reached down for a weed to chew on. Things got fuzzy and things got blurry, and then everything was gone. Didn't know what happened, but I knew it beat the hell out of sniffing burlap. I come to, and my brother was there, and he said, "What's wrong with your eyes?" I said, "I don't know. I was chewing on the weed." He said, "Well, let me give it a try." I spent the rest of that day and most of that night trying to find my brother Bill. Caught up with him about 6 o'clock the next morning, naked, singing on the windmill. He said he flew up there. I had to fly out and get him down. He's about half crazy. The very next day, we picked a bunch of them weeds and we put them in the sun to dry. And we mashed them up and we cleaned them off, put them in the corncob pipe. Smoking them wildwood flowers got to be a habit. We never seen no harm. We thought it was kind of handy. Take a trip and never leave the farm. Big old puff that wildwood weed, next thing you know, you're just wandering around behind the little animals. All good things got to come to an end. It's the same with the wildwood weeds. One day this fella from Washington come by and spied one and turned white as a sheet. And he dug and he burned and he burned and he dug and he killed all our cute little weeds. And then he drove away. We just smiled and waved, sitting there on that sack of seeds. Y'all come back now, you hear?
What's that, boy?
I want to tell you about your girlfriend.
What about my girl?
But you don't look strong enough to take the message.
I'm strong enough.
I might hurt your feelings.
My feelings already hurt by being here with you.
Well, I was walking down the street with your girl the other day. And the wind was blowing real hard.
Is that right?
The wind blew her hair into my face.
What happened?
The wind blew her hair into her face.
Yeah.
And we went a little further. You want to hear the rest of it?
I might as well. I don't
The
hear
wind
that.
blew her hair in the street.
Hey, since you told me about my girl, I'm going to tell you about yours. I was walking down the street with your girl.
Yeah.
I took her home for a drink, you know.
Took her home?
Yeah, just for a drink. But that chick looked so ugly. She had to sneak up on the glass to get a drink of water.
You got the nerve to call somebody ugly. Why, you so ugly till the stalk that brought you in the world ought to be arrested.
That's all right. My mama didn't have to put a sheet over my head so sleep could slip up on me.
Hey, look here.
What's that?
Where you from?
South America.
What's that?
South America.
You don't look like no South American to me.
I'm still from South America.
What part?
South Texas.
Where your western boots at?
I got them on.
There ain't no boots you got on, they broke ass. Hey, look here.
What that?
I've been trying to figure out what you is.
I already figured out what you is.
What that?
You that thing I throw peanuts at.
Well, look here.
What's that?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Why?
Calling people ugly.
I didn't call you ugly.
What'd you say?
I said you was ruined, that's all.
Oh, you know something?
What?
You look like you've been whooped with an ugly stick.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it, but I believe the fellow's right.
Keep a date with my little girl who was back in the States. I was stranded in the jungle, afraid and alone, trying to figure a way to get a message back home. But I was out of know that the wreckage of my plane had been picked up and spotted in my girl in Lover's Lane. And meanwhile, back in the States,
baby, baby, let's make romance. You know your old time lover hasn't got a chance. If he's standing in the jungle, Gladys, he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me.
and meanwhile, back in the jungle, the boys in the jungle had me on the run when something heavy hit me like an atomic bomb. When I woke up and my head started to clear, I had a strange feeling I was with cooking gear. I smelled something cooking and I looked to see. That's when I found out they was cooking me.
Great! Google! Let me out of here!
And meanwhile, back in the States,
Baby, baby, let's make romance. You know your old time lover hasn't got a chance. If he's standing in the jungle, Gladys, he can be. So come on, pretty baby, just you and me.
and meanwhile, back in the jungle, I jumped out the pot and I finally got away, frantic and worried about what my baby would say. So I jumped in the ocean and started to swim, but my chance of survival was getting mighty slim. So I thumbed down a whale who was in my way, and I reached the States in about half a day. And when I got to Lover's Lane, I was almost dead, but my soul was gone, and here's what I said.
Baby, baby, the man is no good. Oh, baby, baby, you should have understood. You can trust me as long as you please. So come back, pretty baby, where you used to be. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you.
Well, I guess this story must begin that fateful day way back when I decided I should have a credit card. So I filled out this application, listed all my recommendations, sent it off in the mail, and in a month or so the mailman brought me my brand new charge-all card. Better than checks, safer than money, and not near as dirty. Well, it laid around for a couple of days till finally I thought, what the hey, why not see if this thing will really work? So I went down to my favorite store, picked out 3 or 4 shirts or more, a pair of pants and a striped tie, and the man came by and said, yes sir, cash or charge? I said, just put it on my credit card. Write that dude up. Oh, convenient. Now I put that card away in the drawer, and I never charged $1 more. Then one day in the mail, I got this bill. Typed on a card all full of holes, it said, do not staple, bend, or fold, was the astronomical figure of $3,200.42. When? There's been a mistake. So I got on the phone. Hello, hello? I got Mr. Black and Mr. Brown, and then I got the runaround, till finally Mr. Green came on the line. I said, sir, this may be hard to take, but your computer has made a mistake. It says I owe more money than I've ever seen. And he said, people like you make mistakes. Computers do not lie. Send us the bread. PDQ. Well, now this had just about done me in, so I grabbed that computer card again, the one with all those holes punched out so nice, and I threw it on the floor and I stomped it twice, and I whipped out my pocket knife and punched out a few new holes, for there hadn't been no holes before, then I bent it double, stapled it across the end, drove my car over it, stick that up your computer. I sent her back in and never heard no more, till one day the mailman came to the door with a special delivery from the charge-all place. Inside was a note from Mr. Green, said we run your cards through our machine, and it tells us you've overpaid your bill, enclosed as a check payable to you for $9,000. We appreciate your business. Well, I got back on the phone again, called Mr. Green, and he was in, and I said, I think there's something you should know. Then I told him what the computer had done, and I said, just remember, you're the one that told me computers do not lie. Thank you.
A friend of mine gave me 10 little bottles of some special stuff that he had brewed up himself. So I took it and hid it down in my basement. But my wife found out about it, and she told me to get rid of it or else. Since I didn't like the way she said or else, I went down there and proceeded to carry out her instructions. I set the 10 little bottles on the drain board, picked up the first bottle, pulled the cork out of it, and poured it down the sink. That is, all except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next bottle and I pulled the cork out of it and I poured it down the sink. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next bottle and I pulled the sink out of it and I poured it down the sink. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next sink and I pulled the bottle out of it and I poured it down the cork. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next cork and I pulled the sink out of it and I poured it down the bottle. All except one teensy-weensy little swaller, which I sank. I usually have a little difficulty with this number. You see, I come from a great long line of drinkers. I had an uncle that drank a quart a day every day of his life. Heck me, I spill more than that. You know? No kidding. He could drink a quart and not even stagger. Heck, he couldn't even move. You know? We told him, we says, you better quit drinking that stuff, it's gonna kill you. Sure enough, it killed him. He died last year at the age of 102. Well, don't laugh. We dug him up last week. He looks better than y'all do now. Guy back here asked me, he says, What's the difference between a drunk and an alcoholic? Well, I'll tell you. Us drunks don't have to attend all them danged old meetings, you know? I don't like your bartenders here in Nashville, I'll tell you that. I says to this guy, give me something cold and full of gin. He says, take my wife. You know? You see, you got me all confused. How many bottles have I got left? How many have I got? 5. You see, in double is only 2.5. But I want you to know one little thing. You better not say nothing against my wife, Buster, 'cause I'll have you know that I got the wifest little nice in the whole United States.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining, and they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy. You remember Leonard Skinner? He got ptomaine poisoning last night after dinner. All the counselors hate the waiters, and the lake has alligators, and the head coach wants no sissies, so he reads to us from something called Ulysses. Now I don't want this should scare you, but my bunkmate has malaria. You remember Jeffrey Hardy? They're about to organize a searching party. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home. I hate Granada, don't leave me out in the forest where I might get eaten by a bear. Take me home, I promise I will not make noise or mess the house with other boys. Oh, please don't make me stay. I've been here one whole day. Dearest father, darling mother, how's my precious little brother? Let me come home if you miss me. I would even let Aunt Bertha hug and kiss me. Wait a minute, it stopped hailing. Guys are swimming, guys are sailing, playing baseball. Gee, that's better. Mother, father, kindly disregard this letter.
In 1959 we took a little hike with our scout and master down to Lake Night. We took a little pizza and we took some sauerkrauts, and we marched along together till we heard the Girl Scouts.
We're the boys from Camp Granada. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learned to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. But if we catch the girls, then we'll set the woods ablaze.
And I was mad 'cause me mother sent me up here.
Well, we crept up to the water and we see the girls a-swimming. There must have been 100 of them, pretty young women. They looked so fine, even birds forgot to sing. We lay down in the poison oak and didn't say a thing.
We're the boys from Camp Granada. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learn to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. But if we catch the girls, then we'll set the woods ablaze.
Hey, but one of you fellers scratched my back. Well, our counselors said we could take them by surprise if we didn't say a word till we looked them in the eyes. We kept real still and we had our eyes glued. We saw how they were dressed, they were swimming in the well now.
We're the boys from Camp Granada. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learn to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. But if we catch the girls, we'll set the woods ablaze.
Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast even we couldn't catch them. From Lake Anecdotes all the way to Buffalo. Hey, fellers, wait for me. Well, we ran right after them till everyone was pooped. So we rested for a minute and our forces we regrouped. And then we saw the girls behind some evergreens, captured by a company of United States Marines.
We're the boys from Camp Granada. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learn to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. But if we catch the girls, then we'll set the woods ablaze.
Ah, them big guys get everything. Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast even we couldn't catch them. From Lake Anecdotes all the way to Buffalo. A-rooty-toot-toot, a-rooty-toot-toot. We are the boys from the Boy Scout troop. We don't smoke and we don't chew, and we don't go with the girls that do.
One morning when I was out shopping, though you'll find it hard to believe, a little blue man came out of the crowd and timidly tugged at my sleeve.
I love you,
said the little blue man.
I love you to bits. I love you.
He loved me, said the little blue man, and scared me right out of my wits. I hurried back to my apartment. I rushed in and I closed the door. But there on the desk stood the little blue man, who started to tell me once more.
I love you,
said the little blue man.
I love you to bits. I love you.
He loved me, said the little blue man, and scared me right out of my wits. For weeks after that I was haunted, though no one could see him but me. Right by my side was the little blue man, wherever I happened to be.
I love you.
One evening in wild desperation, I rushed to a rooftop in town, and over the side pushed the little blue man, who sang to me all the way down.
I love you,
said the little blue man.
I love you to bits. I love you.
He loved me, said the little blue man, and scared me right out of my wits. I whispered, thank goodness that's over. I smiled as I hurried outside, but there on the street stood the little blue man, who said with a tear in his eye,
I don't love you anymore.
Cookie, lend me your comb. Cookie.
Well now,
heels. We're well along to talk about some cuckoo deals.
But Kooky, Kooky, lend me your coat. Kooky, Kooky.
Now you're on my wavelength, and I'm reading you just fine. Don't cut out of here till we get on cloud 9.
But Kooky, Kooky.
I've got smog in my noggin ever since you made the scene.
You're the utmost.
If you ever tune me out, Dad, I'm the saddest, like I'm green.
The very utmost. Kooky, lend me your coat. Kooky, Kooky.
Man, I got my burners lighted, and my flaps are gonna bend. You're gonna send me to that planet called, you know it, baby, the end.
Kooky, Kooky, lend me your coat. Kooky, Kooky.
If you ever cut out, then I'd be a stray cat. But when I'm flying solo, nowhere's where I'm at.
Kooky, Kooky, lend me your coat. Kooky, Kooky.
What's with this comb paper, baby? Why do you want to latch onto my comb?
I just want you to stop combing your hair. Kiss me. You're the maximum utmost.
Well, I'm beamed in on Dreamsville and I'm moving right now. Cause that's the kind of scene that I dig. Baby, you're the ginchiest.
I was shopping for a suit the other day and walked into the department store. Stepped on the elevator and told the girl, dry goods flow. When I got off, a salesman come up to me. He said, now what can I do for you? I said, well, go in there and show me all in sport clothes, like you supposed to. He said, well, sure, come on in, buddy, and dig these fabrics we got laid out on the shelf. He said,
pick yourself out one, try it on, stand in the mirror and dig yourself. That suit's pure herringbone.
Yeah, that's a suit I'd like to own.
Buddy, that suit is you.
Yeah, I believe it too. I see for the businessman, you featuring the natural shoulder that retail, wholesale is a deal. It's got the custom cuffs and the walking short, he said.
And I'm gonna let you have it at a steal.
And for the playboy, you have the latest in tweed with the cutaway flap over twice. It's a box back 2-button western model, he said.
Nah, ain't that nice? Them buttons are solid gold.
You made a deal, so
that collar's pure camel hair.
Well, you can just sit there right there on that chair. Now you go back there and you get that paper and let me sign on the dotted line. And I'll make sure I get all my payments in right on time.
Now wait a minute, brother, let me go back here and do a little checking on you.
Then the man, he come back, he say, I'm sorry, my man, but your
credit didn't go through.
Why, what you mean? Ain't this a shame? My heart's in pain. Pure herringbone.
But that's a suit you'll never own.
Lord have mercy. I got a good job sweeping up every day.
Oh me, oh my, oh you, whatever shall I do? Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. I give a lot of dough. If only I could know the answer to my question. Is it yes or is it no? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Here comes a blushing bride, the groom is by her side. Up to the altar, just as steady as Gibraltar, while the groom has got the ring, and it's such a pretty thing. But as he slips it on her finger, the choir begins to sing. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother said don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Now the nation rises one to send their honored sons up to the White House, yes, the nation's only White House, to voice their discontent unto the president upon the burning question, what has swept this continent? If tin whistles are made of tin, what do they make foghorns out of? Boom, boom! Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? On the bedpost overnight.
Oh, they're the love you're in the one to hold you tight.
On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night on the bedpost overnight.
$1 is $1 and a dime is a dime.
He's singing another chorus, but he hasn't got the time. On the bedpost
Ambrose, it's very dark in here. Ambrose, where are you? Oh, Ambrose, hold my hand. Ambrose, something's vibrating. The walls are shaking. Ambrose, we can't go on like this. Why can't we sit in the park like other boys and girls? Why do we have to walk in the subway tunnel?
Just keep walking.
Ambrose, when you grow up, why don't you be a doctor? You don't want to be a doctor? You want to be a disc jockey? Oh, Ambrose, you can't spend the rest of your life avoiding responsibilities. Ambrose, how many times have you been in love? Can't you ever be serious?
Just keep walking.
Ambrose, if I gave you my picture, would you carry it in your wallet? Well, if I gave you a wallet, would you? I'll put some money in it. What do you mean, how much? Honest, Ambrose, it's not that I didn't want to have the party at my house. I couldn't. My mommy wouldn't let me. She's ashamed. We haven't got a color telephone. Ambrose, what was that? Oh, Ambrose, I've asked you 1,000,000 times. Why do we have to walk in a subway tunnel?
Just keep walking.
Ambrose, maybe you'd like me better if I peroxide my hair like Eloise. Eloise. You know Eloise. Your mother. You wouldn't like me peroxided.
Just keep walking.
Ambrose, just think.
There's an old Australian stockman lying, dying. And he gets himself up onto one elbow and he turns to his mates who are gathered round and he says, Watch me wallabies feed, mate. Watch me wallabies feed. They're a dangerous breed, mate. So watch me wallabies feed. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
Keep me cockatoo cool, curl. Keep me cockatoo cool. Oh, don't go acting the fool, curl. Just keep me cockatoo cool. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
And take me koala back, Jack. Take me koala back. He lives somewhere out on the track, Mac. So take me koala back. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
Let me abos go loose, Lou. Let me abos go loose. They're of no further use, Lou. So let me abos go loose. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
And mind me platypus duck, Bill. Mind me platypus duck. Oh, don't let him go running amok, Bill. Just mind me platypus duck. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
Play your didgeridoo, blue. Play your didgeridoo. Oh, like, keep playing till I shoot through, blue. Play your didgeridoo. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
Tan me hide when I'm dead, Fred. Tan me hide when I'm dead. So we tanned his hide when he died, Clyde, and that's it hanging on the shed. All together now.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down.
February 14th, 1929, St. Valentine's Day. In a warehouse on Chicago's South Side, members of the Al Cologne gang, disguised as police, gunned down 7 of Bugs Moran's boys. 3 lived long enough to say, gee whiz. Fearing for his life, Moran rushed to LaSalle Street Station, where he was seen boarding a train heading north to Alaska. At that very moment, Elliot Fress and the Touchables, out to uphold justice, were taking their oath. During the following weeks, 15 members of the Al Cologne mob met violent deaths. Scarmelli Capelli, Cologne's top lieutenant, was cornered by one of Bugs Moran's boys and told,
"You're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine."
Meanwhile, at the headquarters of Elliot Fress and the Touchables, that same day, little Annie Tortoni, Carpelli's gun moll, paid a surprise visit to the Touchables. 2 days later,
they found little Annie all covered with ice.
Clutched in her hand, police found a note with just 4 words.
You talk too much.
The killings continued until Al Cologne was taken into custody by federal agents. Following his conviction, Cologne told an astonished court, "Like a rubber ball, I'll come bouncing back to you." This promise was never to be fulfilled. Their job done for them, Elliot Fress and the Touchables turned to each other and said, now retired and living on the palatial estate of the late Al Cologne, they were asked, how is this possible?
Simple. We were touchable.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that
told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said that ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you, oh baby. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. Come on in. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bang bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah.